Part of it is challenging yourself. Can you go through this cycle of locking and unlocking and deal with the physiological and the mental changes that come with that? Transferring that control gives me a type of sort of mental release. It's a very sort of comforting type of release for me.
Poor you.
I think I'm fairly normal, other than obviously the one thing is a bit stranger. I found myself at quite a young age being drawn to more powerful women. The transfer of power to someone else. This seemed like the ultimate version of that. This is a cheap chastity device that I just bought when I was first experimenting. First of all, you would put your balls through it and have it down against your body. Then you'd slide the cage part over your shaft, and then that will click into place. And then basically just a lock. Your testicles will hang down and they sort of trap the cage against your body so it can't slide off.
Today I'll be unlocking. The reason I'm unlocking is I'm getting a new piercing. Normally I don't know what the code is. I know the code right now because my key holder told it to me last night. So now I can put the code in here. So these are the keys to my actual chastity device. That's the key to the lock in it. So that's the actual lock. I've been locked up for almost 2 months. Being unlocked at this point, it feels strange not having it on. I have permission from my key holder to you know, have fun tonight. You know, I've done 6 weeks self-abstinence before. 3 months is going to be an interesting challenge. And we'll see how it goes. I've been doing chastity for 10 years effectively. Before I spent long periods of time locked up, there was a large volume of sex involved in my life. And part of the chastity is a way to sort of clamp down on that, to control that part of my life.
Certainly with men, I think there's a tendency to want someone to tell them no sometimes if they feel their desire runs over into their everyday life all the time and they can't get a handle on it, it's affecting their everyday activities. They want someone to come along and just put a cap on it for them.
Some people say, yes, it gives them a tremendous sense of mental clarity and focus and energy and that sort of thing. And that's very similar to the rhetoric you see coming out of the anti-masturbation movements in the States and at home. I don't know of any evidence that there is any protracted health benefit from refraining from orgasm. I do know that there are health benefits to regular orgasm for men.
This is Mr. Snicky French, and she has become my key holder, which basically means that she's the only one who has access to unlock my chastity device. I've been wearing it for 103 days. I used to feel really nervous every time I went to see her, but now, not so much. We've got a genuine friendship there, so. The main thing I like about her is she's just fun and she wants to have a good time with, like, when she's sessioning. She wants to have a good time in her job, in her profession.
Leave it here, I'm not touching that.
I think the dynamic between somebody who is chaste and their key holder is one of obviously obedience, but there's a general great erotic thrill about the idea of somebody having that much control and power over your sexual desire.
It's about the power exchange. It's about giving over control of yourself, of a bodily function, to someone else. And it's also about negotiating that release.
Kiss my boots.
You know it's kind of half out of your control, and I know I have a safe word and I could stop at any time, but I don't know what's coming, I don't know what to expect, and that's It's just a thrill as you're doing it. It's weird, but feeling vulnerable is quite exciting.
Why don't you trust your mistress and fucking shut your mouth? Huh? I know exactly what I'm doing to you. So what you're talking about? All right. Chastity, at the end, it's a game. So you play the game or you don't. I know he won't remove it. And if he does, I will know it anyway. And I won't be happy about it. But I know if he does that, I don't think he will come back to see me. Because, you know, it will be a big punishment. And he doesn't like that. I own him. He is mine. So the fact I've got the key around my wrist really shows the ownership.
I'm now at the point financially where I can actually afford to go out and get a completely custom cage made. It's certainly a step forward. That's something I've not done before. So the sort of total cost that I'm estimating is in the neighborhood of £2,000 to £3,000. It's likely to be the last cage that I buy for a significant period of time. There are days when I do get horny. But for the most part, it takes a backseat in my life. Instead of worrying about, oh, I'm horny, I should jerk off, or I'm horny, I should go find someone to hook up. That whole part just takes a backseat. Chastity for me is a form of lifestyle choice. It's an opportunity for me to give up control of one part. My day job involves a lot of responsibility, and I find transferring that control outside of work gives me a type of sort of mental release. It's a very sort of comforting type of release for me.